You know, when you look at this team, we always talked about the post being really good. The guards have really come to play in this one. Do you feel like your team has really good balance right now, and do you like what the balance is?
I do. I think we have great balance. I think our post players are doing their job, and I think the guards are stepping up. We have a lot to choose from. I think everybody's getting some good playing time, and I think we're really gelling together as a team.
You know, the one thing the players have talked about is the defenses are sagging now on your post players because you have such good post players. That's opened it up for Ariel and Andre outside, and obviously they've made it count. Do you think that now that Ariel and Andre are knocking down the shots, it will open up a little more for the post?
I think any time that you hit shots from the outside, it's going to help your inside game, and I think that's what we need to continue to do. The only problem is I don't want us to quick shoot the basketball, and I think the other night Georgia Tech got back in the game because we were quick shooting the basketball. We've got to be disciplined enough to make them play a little bit of defense, and then when we get our shots, take it when we're open.
There's not a better definition of Tennessee basketball than 65 rebounds.
I love it.
What was, I guess, your reaction when you looked at the box score, and what did you tell the girls afterwards?
Well, we've taken a lot of pride in the rebounding aspect of it, and I didn't realize that Izzy and Bashar had as many rebounds as they did. So they're second chance points, and we talk a lot about that. And hope it's an example of Tennessee basketball, and we're carrying, because we've always been a great rebounding team, and I think you're seeing the result of us emphasizing it.
Sierra made a joke about that Izzy and Bashara stole some of her rebounds. Do you like that it's like a competition?
I love it's competition. I love they come out and they ask how many rebounds they have. So they're thinking about it. If whatever motivates them to get the job done, I think it's awesome. And that's Sierra kind of does that through motivation. So, yeah, if it's a competition, have at it.
She was talking about struggling to find her shot. What have you talked with her? What advice can you give her? Because she says she's putting them down in practice, but when the whistle blows, she's just having
I think it's a mental game for Sierra right now. I think she has the technique, she has the tools. I like that she's focusing on the defensive end and getting rebounds. I think her offense will come. I just think she's putting a little too much emphasis on it right now, and she'll get out of it.
Holly, how did this game come about with Oakland? Did you know something with the coach, or how did they end up on your schedule?
You know, I think Dean had known the coach, and we were looking for a team to go out and play on the West Coast as well. So, and they were looking to come, and I think that's kind of how it transpired.
So you had an opening,
and they wanted to come this way.
Okay. Is this just a one-shot game? Or?
I think so. I think it's a one-shot game, but with the option, if we can fit it in our schedule when we travel, we're gonna do that as well.
You talk about the second chance points because there were a lot of missed shots
right.
from the other night. Was that night kind of the perfect example for these players about how big of an eraser good rebounding can be to kind of make the difference and make that?
Well, we talk a lot about you're not always going to shoot 50. You'd love to shoot in the 50%, 50. You'd love to do that, but second chance points kind of give you the opportunity to probably erase if you missed a shot. So I don't worry so much about missing the shot as much as if we don't get on the boards and finish the play. So yeah, I think they understand the importance of getting second chance points.
Oakland's your last game before you guys head out of town. What are you looking for out of your team specifically? Is there one thing or two things that you look at that game and you think, I want to see this before we
Well, I think just discipline on the defensive end, discipline on the offensive end, and just making sure we still have effort. No matter who we play, I want to make sure we're playing hard, we're playing within our system, and we're playing with each other. So I don't want it to be I'm going to come down, I'm going to get my shot type of deal, and then I don't go down and play defense. It's still a team, and we're still working on us gelling together.
Holly, now you've had a few games to see how it's being called. Have you made adjustments in practice with what you're doing? How have you responded?
I absolutely. I think we've made adjustments. I think the last game we had 14 fouls, and we're learning to play with emphasize our feet a little bit more than our hands, calling it a lot more in practice.
Okay.
You know, it's still physical inside, and you know, it is what it is. So, but we have adjusted on the outside, and they're going to call it. So we've had to get better defending with our position and our feet.
Have you done anything strategically? I thought I saw maybe what looked like a zone in the first half. And
We threw out a little zone. We threw out at one time, and then we got out of it just to make an emphasis on our defense.
Are there any things, I mean, like you talk about it, that hand checking is it looks like they're serious about that. Do you tell them keep your distance? I mean,
We just don't want them to play with their hands, and we've talked a lot about that. Not putting your hands on them, not even checking, not even getting a check to size up. So we just say totally play with your feet, no hands, active feet. And we call a lot of fouls in practice because if we let it get away in practice, it's going to carry over in the game.
Do you like what you're seeing from as far as their adjustments are concerned?
I do. I think we're adjusting. I think that when you see an official call a foul away from outside and you have two hands when you're defending, they're going to call it. So we just, it kind of upsets me that we're doing it and it's not even affecting how the defense is, the offense is being defended. Mm-hmm. So just adjustments from that. I think we've gotten better, and we're going to continue. We got to continue to get better, just especially against people who really penetrate.
Conversely, if you see the way this game, if they're trying to promote flow and movement and things like that, do you think it can be an advantage for you on the offensive end?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I think I think teams are going to penetrate more, mm-hmm. and I've told our players, let's get paint points, meaning not just throw the ball inside, but let's get off penetration, pull up, or penetration go to the basket. Because it's going to be called real tight at the beginning of the game, and if they're going to continue to officiate the game the way that we've asked them to do, mm-hmm. then us as coaches, we need to penetrate more and make the defense play us honestly.
Do you feel like your guards can get into the paint and at least get fouls, if not get right to the rim?
I do, and I think we've done that pretty well this year. We could probably do it more, but I think that we have taken advantage of how the defense is defending us.
Is that play that Simmons made in the second half where she's cutting the baseline
mm-hmm.
and Bashar hits her with that bounce pass? I think she got.
Yeah.
Is that what you're looking for?
Well, no. Well, we've had that offense in. We just
mm-hmm.
we hadn't been able to run it because people have been sagging on us. So at that point, they were overplaying us, and we hit a backdoor pass. So. It's just all about us adjusting to how it's being called and how we're going to be defended. Because some teams are sagging, some are up on us, and I guess that's the coach's choice of how they want to defend us.
On Friday, they'll dedicate that plaza to Pat, and I know that there's stuff of Pat everywhere
yep.
here, but how cool is it that you literally see her when you walk in the
I
door?
think it's really great that the first thing you see when you come on this campus will be a statue of Pat Summitt, and very deserving, and I think it's awesome. It's a cool tribute, and I'm so glad the athletic department made a great effort to get it up and get it running, and just a tribute to Pat. It's really awesome.
Given the front court players that have come through this program, can you put in perspective Bashara setting a school record with the 14 offensive rebounds, and as a sophomore against a quality opponent and all that goes into
right. I just think Bashar is a old school. I keep saying she's old school Lady Vol, and she goes to work, and she's one of the best rebounders to be here at Tennessee, and she's up with the Glory Johnsons and Candace and Shamiquas and all those players. She understands the value of the basketball, and she pursues it.